Hey everybody, my name is Robert King. I'm with Not Hypnosis. Hypnosis is something that has been ridiculed through the years. People don't really understand it, and today I'm not even going to talk about it. That's a lie. I'm going to talk about it just a little bit. But this is an interactive activity, so I hope everybody here is ready to try something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you okay with doing something? I know I don't want to interrupt lunch. Let's start off. Put your hands out in front of you with the thumbs up. Everybody, hands out, thumbs up. Now let's turn your palms out so your thumbs are down. Now one hand over the other, interlock them. Nice, nice. Now turn your thumbs up. Now turn your hand up. What happened? Okay, so see how easy it is to not be able to do something was directly explained to you? We always think that we know what's happening in the world. We always think that we have all the answers, especially with our specific industries and our expertise. But what do we really know? Have you ever come to a point in which you turn a corner and you see something that changes your day? Not only changes today, but changes the rest of your life. Like, why did I miss this up until this point? Where did this come from? How could I have lived all my life and not realize this? So we start life in an interesting way, and we're taught all of these different experiences through life by the people around us. They create beliefs. I'd like to tell a little story about this young child. I'm going to hold the names and the actual people to the side, but little Robbie was growing up, and he was in school and having challenges in different parts of school. So he forgot his gloves one day and went back in and heard the teacher talking about how bad he was in math. So as a young child, little Robbie started to believe these things about himself, and he went through life not thinking that he could do these things. And what is that really? That's belief or faith in yourself. Belief and faith are huge words, especially when we attach them to religious perspectives. But right now, let's just talk about ourselves. Belief. Do we realize that most everybody struggles with belief, but at the same time, we take medications every day that have only been judged, every single one, against belief? Think about that. Every medication that was given to you by the FDA has been gauged against one thing. Every single one of them is gauged against belief. Placebo. If placebo isn't belief, what is it? If we can't believe that we're going to take this drug and it's going to work for us and there's nothing in it, if that's not belief, what is it? Yet every single drug that we see, every one that you take, has been gauged on that one thing, belief. Now, does it work? You can go through all the other things. I'm not discounting what these drugs do. I'm saying that we discount belief all the time. So what does hypnosis have to do with belief? Everything. The whole idea behind what I do is help people manage these beliefs. And I would like to introduce you. I would like to go a little further into hypnosis today, but we just don't have time because there's a little setup to it. But I'd like to introduce everybody to what's called a suggestibility exercise. It's not hypnosis. And if I ask you all to play along like little Robbie back in elementary school, all just play along and pretend with me just for a second. Another piece of engagement for everybody. Pretend for a moment. Let's put your arms out in front of you again. And have your right hand up and turn your left hand down. Now, pretend with me for a moment and have everybody close your eyes and just think about this for just one moment. In your right hand, I'm going to put a library book, a nice big library book. And as you feel that library book and gravity take hold, consider your left hand me tying a bunch of balloons, very large balloons about your hand. And as you feel those balloons tied, you can start to feel that gravity start to pull your hands up nice and slow, no hurries, nice and slow. And on the other side, that library book gets heavier and heavier. Heavier and heavier, and as you notice the pages are dimmed, as you notice all of those things, the smell of the book itself. Now open your eyes and notice. Have your hands moved just a little bit? Now this is belief in what we do to ourselves. It's nothing more than pretend, yet our body responded to this pretend experience. All of life is the same thing. What do we believe about what we can experience? What can we do? But we feel like we're an expert. We have this knowledge. We have this space inside who said, I know everything there is to know about painting, for example. I know everything there is to know about pest control. But the reality is we don't. We're always introduced to things that are new. My life is I'm introduced to things that are new all the time. So much so that as a perfectionist, it started to bother me because I want to know everything about what I'm doing. And it started to really wear on me. Like, there's no way I'm going to know all of these things. So I start to look at this and, oh, wow, that's pretty neat. Oh, wow, that's pretty neat. Huh, I could do that. Oh, I see all these things each and every day that surprise me, but I should know them. I have more than 2,000 hours of education in what I do, and every day I'm introduced to something new. Wow. What else is there? What else can I find that will totally change my life tomorrow? So, getting back to little Robbie, learning about math and not really knowing or not really believing that he could do things, he learns this trick. He learns this trick on how to manage his mind and how all of a sudden you can believe and you can do anything you really want to give effort to. So in doing this, Zach, give me a number. Between 1 and 10, a nice solid number. You and I haven't talked about this, right? No. Okay, give me a number. Yeah. 7. Okay. 2 minutes, perfect. 3. Okay, I didn't talk to either one of you about this beforehand. We never discussed this, right? We came up with the number of 73. All right? So now, as a person who is always stressed out about math, or always was stressed out about math, I found this little game called Sudoku. Does anybody recognize that or anybody familiar with that? Ever played it? So I sat down the first time and I'm looking at this, and these are small numbers and I'm all freaked out. There's no way I'm going to do this because I don't believe I'm good at math. Never going to happen. Yet, what can we really learn? What can we believe about ourselves, or what beliefs can we change about ourselves? So we have this number of 73. We have this wonderful game of Sudoku. What can I do? Is there anybody with a watch with a second hand? You got to watch with a second hand. When you get to a quarter, like 12, 3, 6, 9, can you let me know? Give me just a little count in, though, if you would. What's that? Go. Go now? You want me to wait? Give me just a little countdown.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
All right. What can I do here? I've never been good at pressure. I've never been good at managing all of these things at one time. But I'm sitting here in front of everybody and still trying to work this out. Yet, how much time have we gone through so far?
30 seconds.
Oh, that's way too long. I really thought I could finish it in 30 seconds. It's 4, carry the 3. All right, where are we at? Less than a minute. Never done that before. I've never done this before. In less than a minute, we have a number of 73. I chose somebody over here we'd never talked about. I chose somebody over here we never talked about those numbers. So now let's look at what we can do, what the mind can do, how we can change our beliefs. 7 to 12, anybody good at math? What's it? 73. 52 and 2, 54. 13, 73. 10, 5, 3, 55, 73. 4, 54, 9, and 6, 73. We can also add the 4 corners. We can also add 4s like that. 73 all the way around. How could I possibly do this if I grew up as a child believing that I couldn't even add 2 and 2? I did that because I changed my own belief systems. Nothing more. It's not a trick. There's no smoke and mirrors. Do I know something that you don't? Possibly. Everybody in this room knows something that I don't. Any questions? Why is it every time I do this, nobody has questions?
I'm thinking about their beliefs.
How do you change your beliefs?
I changed my beliefs.
How did you do that? What did you share with us?
I changed my beliefs by finding out what the inappropriate belief was. What was the lie that I was telling myself? The lie that I was telling myself is, I don't know how to do math. That's not true. Something I believed, something I may have been taught over the course of time that created a foundation in myself, but it's not true. We believe things that aren't true all the time, just because somebody else tells us.